What up, guys? Nick here. What's going on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. I had to hop on here today because something happened earlier that kind of got me to thinking. And I always got to share with you guys what's on my heart from time to time. So, and you read by the description, like, this is tax season. So I was out running some errands, and I was talking to a representative today where I was at, and just getting into, okay, do you pay bills? Do you buy the stuff you want? Do you save money? What do you do with your tax refund? Because most of us do expect to get some type of refund when tax season come around. And if you don't know, it's because you overpaid in your taxes is why you end up getting a refund. So first thing you do, hey Lisa, the first thing you do is go ahead and look at your W-4, because you could be giving the government an interest-free loan. Financial experts say that you should be getting anywhere from $800 to $1,000 back on your tax refund if you don't have any kids. If you have kids, obviously there are more deductions that you can get for your situation. So get with your tax professional, try to get with your job and readjust your W-4 accordingly. However, I really wanted to talk about what most people do, including me in the past, because I've grown, I've matured a little more. I mean, from going out and buying electronics, going out and buying, all these different things that really don't make you money or really don't save you money. Here's the thing. When you get 2, 3, 5, 10, how much ever you're getting back, you really should be allocating at least a portion of your money to stuff that makes you money actively, and also stuff that actually saves you money. So let's say you get back $1,000, just for the example's sake. You should set aside at least $200 just to save, right? And then you set aside 10%. You pay your tithe, because that's, I believe in paying your tithe because it's your way of thanking God for giving you the strength to have a job and go out there and make money. So you pay your 10%, and then you put aside, and you take care of what you can. See, here's the thing about bills, especially bills that are outstanding, things like that. You gotta remember that you have to negotiate to these people, especially debt collectors. Listen, it is my personal opinion. I take responsibility for my opinion. You don't pay debt collectors. You go to the people that you originally owed. Let's say you owed Comcast or T-Mobile or whatever, and something went to collections. Go to the company, because the debt collection companies get paid pennies on the dollar, whether you pay it off or not. That's how they make their money. That when I say they get paid, I mean, correction, they buy your debt for pennies on the dollar. So let's say you owe Comcast $500. When Comcast writes your debt off, when it gets charged off, they can now sell that debt to a debt collection company that will probably pay anywhere from $100 to $150 for that debt. So when they do that, they now get the consent to harass you and harangue you, usually during dinner time, to pay your bill. And if you don't pay your bill, all these actions, it's going to go on your credit. It's going to go on your credit regardless. So here's what you do. You go to the company, and any conversation that you have with a debt collector, it should be simply this. Any information, like they call you and ask you, can I speak to Nicholas Francis? Say any information that you have for Nicholas Francis, send it to the address on file. Do you understand? Yes, sir? No, sir. If they say that yes, end the conversation right there. Always do negotiations with these people in writing. And what you do is you negotiate for them to remove things off of your credit report. So what you do, you submit stuff in writing, say, hey, this is what I'm offering. It's tax time. You got a debt for 500. This is what I could do. I could do 250, if that much. Take it or leave it. Because if you leave it, I'm going to pay it to somebody else. So once you agree on a number, don't give them your credit card information. Get a check and mail it out to them. But before you send them any money, make sure that they send you something in writing that says they negotiate to remove the debt. So once you do that, then you send the money. Once you get that letter in writing that's saying they will remove the debt, then you send them their money. You pay that off, and then you're good. So it removes that off your credit report, and you don't have to spend the next 7 years hanging from that debt. Now, you should at least be, like I said, you should at least be setting aside at least 10-15% of your refund into something long-term, a long-term savings engine. I'm not a licensed investment person, but I do have access to people who are licensed. So if you want some detailed information, I can definitely get you to someone in your area that can help you. But this is the thing. You should be setting yourself up to where you have a long-term savings engine going for you. And you could do a lot of those that start really cheap. You could start at $50. But I recommend 10 to 15% that you set something aside. And I'm not saying you can't have fun with your tax refund. You can. You definitely should have fun. Take a portion, a decent portion, not a exorbitant amount. Don't go out there and spend $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever. Take a couple $100, you know, go have dinner, go to the spa, go do whatever. Enjoy the fruits of your labor because you worked very hard for the tax year. Go hang out, go do something. Keep it modest, but work on your financial house. Because at the end of the day, in this country, in the United States of America, your credit matters, your financial life matters, and when the point about doing this and doing this right, and this is something wealthy people do, it's something wealthy people understand, is that they build financially. Middle class people, we spend everything financially, and then we look about our bills later. It's the difference between the two, and then we wonder why the rich keep getting richer. Is because they find ways to get assets, things that make you money. Rims is not going to make you money. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not going to make you money. These perishable things are not going to make you money unless you're using something that you buy to actually earn you money. Then it's an asset. So that's my 2 cents for today, is that let's go out here and let's become financially bulletproof. If you want more sound principles, if you want details, if you want someone to help you, and I know people personally that I can get to help you to answer questions for you absolutely free. So make sure you hop on the DM and let me know if you need some help. You can always stay tuned to my Facebook or to my Instagram, and you can get tips and tricks and things like that that I will be able to pass on to you. So make sure and check me out. It's Mr. Millionaire Insight on Instagram. I'm on here on my regular Facebook page mostly all the time, so you can always stop by. Make sure to check out my YouTube channel, The Millionaire Insight, number 4 in the word life, to get more videos just like this one. So when you're on Facebook and you're watching, make sure you click following and then click see first so you never miss a live video. So for those of you who've been watching, stay tuned for Freedom Fridays. We're making a comeback, so we're working on some great things to come. So stay tuned for the new season 4, continuing with Freedom Fridays. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it's a show about financial concepts, financial freedom, things of that nature, and freedom in general, because you have to be free spiritually, socially, emotionally, and financially. We believe on being well-rounded and being free all the way around, because God made it that way. So he gets you to live a life that is abundant, but ultimately free. All right? Until next time, guys, live life, love God. See you when I see you. Peace.